There are a lot of large YouTubers who are complaining right now about the algorithm. You see, since around middle of August, even earlier, a lot of people have been noticing that views have been down. And not by just a little bit, but by a lot. And it seems like it just changed overnight. Have I noticed this? Actually, yes, I have. For my Minecraft channel, this year was actually one of my best years. Actually, was the best year up until early June. And typically I would get a lot of views in summer. Summer is my best time. June, July, and August are my three best months, typically. But this year, unfortunately, August was my worst month in 5 years. I haven't seen anything like this before. It just absolutely tanked. And so far this month, it's worse. It is down even more. And it's like I don't get it. It's just regular videos, older, not just older, but the typical videos that I would normally get plenty of views on, they've seen a massive drop, especially in the last 2 weeks. Now, there could be some other explanations, of course. Now, a lot of people are at the end of summer, so they're going back to school, back to work, things like that. That's a possibility. And I understand that. Usually views go down around the end of August and typically remain low until October when they start going back up. So that is often normal. Now, another thing is I usually see a decrease in views before an update. I'm not sure why. It's like people aren't really watching Minecraft videos before an update comes. And then the update comes, and then there's a big increase. However, during the last update, I saw no increase in views whatsoever. Yeah, all the tutorials that I did, they saw some views, but it wasn't like before. And I'm not sure what was going on there. Now, on this channel, now this is interesting. I uploaded 2 videos in the last 24 hours. And neither one has been getting impressions like they normally would. Like the other metrics are decent. So things like click-through rate and the retention, audience retention, are fairly decent. And usually that's a sign to YouTube. Push this out to more people. But has YouTube done that? Not at all. In fact, I've only got a few hundred, well, the most recent one only has a few hundred impressions. Now, it could blow up, you know? It could. I don't know. YouTube can be so unpredictable at times. But a lot of people are noticing that views are down, but revenue isn't necessarily down. For me, I've noticed that revenue is down. And there are two things that people are complaining about. One is that there's this AI thing going on. So AI is doing something to videos, or not to videos, but to the algorithm, and it's weird because people are starting to see a lot of videos from smaller YouTubers, but not necessarily ones that they're very interested in. And like I haven't noticed that myself, but others have been. And a lot of these larger YouTubers are being recommended less to the viewers that usually watch them. So what's going on there? The other thing is restricted mode. A lot of channels are being put on restricted mode for some reason, or not them, but viewers are being put on restricted mode. That means that a lot of videos are being filtered out. And this is all run by AI. And yes, YouTube does acknowledge that there are mistakes with this sometimes. But overall, it's accurate, so they say. But for some channels, some big channels, they are looking at their own channel in restricted mode, and they are noticing that a good 90% of their videos don't show up anymore. And there's no reason for them not to show up. Like, they should show up because there's nothing objectionable, nothing that would restrict them from younger viewers. And these people are seeing like incredibly massive drops in views. And for a lot of people, this is their livelihood. And sponsors also tend to look at views more than anything. And if the views are down, like the sponsors will take a look. There are ways you can check this information out, like Social Blade, for example. And people are noticing that these are down, and so the sponsors, when they see that views are down, they don't want to sponsor. And that is a bad thing for a lot of YouTubers who rely on sponsorship deals. I personally don't. I don't have any sponsors. I have some affiliates, but those are a bit different. And if you've got sponsors and your views are down, they're not going to be getting the sales that they want. But some are wondering even if views are actually down because of the fact that, well, revenue seems to be unaffected for a lot of people. Now, I've looked at mine, and like I said before, revenue seems to be affected for mine as well. I didn't really look at my RPM to see if that's changed, if it's up or not. But it is something that I really should look at. If RPM is actually up quite a bit, then there's probably something happening here that's a bit strange. But yeah, this is kind of odd because this is really affecting my Minecraft channel as well as my second channel, this channel. Views are down, impressions are down. Videos are not being pushed out like they normally would be. And this is similar to what many others are saying. So this is not an isolated thing. However, my No Man's Sky channel is having, like, the last week and a half, last couple of weeks have been the best 2 weeks on that channel ever. It makes me wonder because the thing is, Minecraft videos tend to have a younger viewership, while No Man's Sky tends to have more adult viewership. And like, I don't think there are any restrictions on my Minecraft videos because I've gone into restricted mode and no videos are hidden. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But my No Man's Sky videos, they're doing absolutely amazing right now, but that's all because of a really major update to the game. So who knows what's going on. Maybe I should be getting far more views than I have been getting. I don't know. And then, like, there's one really major one. Linus Tech Tips. This is one that I've seen, at least on Twitter/X. And he is seeing a major drop in views. Another person has multiple channels, and they're saying this major drop in views on all of them. Very, very strange. Now, of course, YouTube pretty much says, oh, everything's normal. Nothing to see here. Nothing wrong. I think that there's going to be a lot of people wondering if YouTube is actually going to make some changes, because there's just far too many people who are complaining. It's just unusual. And for many of them, they aren't changing the type of content that they're doing. They're just suddenly seeing, all at the same time, everyone seeing at the same time, a massive drop in views. I don't know. Let me just tell you, back in April, my channel was averaging about 20,000 views per day. It is currently averaging 6,000. That is down by a whopping 70%. Now, I do understand that there's fluctuations, but this time of year, it shouldn't be that low. Absolutely not. The low period is typically November. That's usually my worst month. And it's just baffling. Like, these changes, if it is a change to the algorithm, I wonder if YouTube realizes that they're actually hurting a lot of channels. It's very strange. But who knows? Who knows what we're going to see? They're always tweaking the algorithm. They're always making changes, some positive, some negative. Even recently, they're saying that they're making changes so that smaller channels will be shown more. Except this channel is a small one, and it's being shown far less recently. Yeah. It's I don't know. It's just hard to say what's going on. I'm just hoping that things do correct themselves, especially with the update coming probably in about 3 weeks. Well, since Minecraft Live is on the 27th, and the update will likely be happening immediately after. I think that October may be a good month. I hope. But we'll see. Plus, I have a lot of other content that I'm hoping to have out, like, 100 Days Hardcore. We'll see what happens with that, as well as a video about what I've learned after making over 1,000 videos. And that one will be interesting to see how well that performs. But are you a YouTuber, and have you seen a downturn in views recently? Let me know in the comments below. If you like videos like this and would like to see some more, then please consider subscribing to this channel as well as my main one. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.